Hey there friends, I'm Andrew from the Scrapbox, and I turn video games into Lego projects. And today, we're gonna have to take a journey back in time. A long time ago, in a video far, far away, I published this relic of history, where I built the main boss for each chapter of Poppy Playtime. Have you ever had that feeling if you've been honing your skill for a long time and you think, I'm not making any progress whatsoever? Go look at your old stuff, because it's definitely a product of its time. We've got Huggy for Chapter 1, Mommy Longlegs for Chapter 2, the disembodied head of Catnap for Chapter 3, Doughy for Chapter 4, and Boxy Boo for Project Playtime. Out of all of them, Huggy and Boxy have survived. For now. We've also added Pianosaurus, Yarnaby, the Doctor, Chum, a faceless prototype, Doughy who still needs a custom head, and a digital Poppy. Wait, back up. Why is Catnap just a large disembodied head? Well, that's why we're here today. In that video, I did not have the pieces nor the willpower to finish Catnap, so I said if that video got an outrageous amount of likes, then not only would I build Catnap, but I would make him properly minifigure scale. And sometime in the past 4 months, it went from 9,000 likes to 11,000 likes. When did that happen? Apparently a month ago. See, I'm not that late. So today, we're going to make Catnap. Let's get to it. Now, the main reason Catnap wasn't finished is due to a strange Lego phenomenon known as the purple problem. I have a lot of Lego. Like, a lot of Lego. You don't understand. A lot of Lego. So believe me when I tell you that Lego does not like the color purple. Out of all the colors Lego has ever produced, the purples have only taken up 2% of total production. And it shows. If you're looking at all of these drawers right now, you've probably noticed the common theme. A distinct lack of anything purple. This whole stack of drawers only had 2 purple pieces inside. In fact, the way I organize each color group usually gets its own drawer for most parts, but because there's so little, the purples, pinks, and oranges are mixed together. And inside we can see that out of all of them, the dark purple piece is the rarest of them all. Even common elements like the 1x1 cylinder, out of all of them in this drawer, I only had 9 in purple. And out of all of these, only 1 circular tile. And now somehow we have to make this guy, who is almost exclusively dark purple. Oh boy. But if you think scarcity is the issue, then
you're wrong.
This is the real problem. This collection of pieces is what I like to call the Figure Builder's Toolkit. If you have to make brick-built characters or creatures, you're gonna end up using most of the parts on this list. You've got bars and clips and ball joints, everything you need for compact posability and stability in a figure. Do you know how many of these pieces are actually available in purple? This many. Only these selected pieces are available in purple, and most of them are exclusive to 1 or 2 sets. So, sorry to break it to you, but 99% of those videos that build digital mocks or shorts with fancy animations like these are complete buns. Because most of those pieces don't exist. Out of all of these, I only personally have this much. Oh wait, hold on, I think I've got something. Okay, this much. Oh, and all of these are stolen by Lily Lovebraids. Oh, what's this, Lily? Nothing you need to worry about. Just hold on a second. Okay, they're all available now. Now all we have to do is build an entirely purple guy with this. A whole guy with this. Man, why are purple guys always the worst? Let's do it. In order to give our cat a nap, we must first put him on the operating table and dissect him into 4 separate parts. The legs, torso, tail, and head. And since we want to scale him with minifigures, and our wiki only gives us the height, we'll start with the tallest portion of the body, the legs. Catnap's legs have 2 distinct features. He canonically skips leg day, and his feet have 4 distinct claws. And 4 is a terrifying number, as normally 3 is the maximum you can get in a 1x2 area. Is it impossible? Of course not. If you look at this death claw here, I was able to give him up to 5 claws on his hand using the binocular piece, which lets you shove a bar into its whose lens diameter matches that of a regular bar. Unfortunately, and you've probably seen this coming from a mile away, there are no purple binoculars.
Really?
Really?
We can't give a purple monster gray or gold feet. That's not how this works. So I tried this and it's not great. It does have an ankle pivot and 4 distinct claws, but not only does this bracket piece not come in purple,
Shocker.
but it's also very ugly. So when it's impossible to go for accuracy, it's better to go with something seamless. This foot is simple, the correct colors, and nobody is gonna notice that it only has 3 claws. Oh, is that? And now it's on to his super skinny toothpick legs. Now this would be the perfect leg design. It's skinny, it has an ankle pivot, knees and swivels, and a shoulder joint. But once again, most of these pieces don't exist.
Andrew, we get it. Do you think we're stupid or something?
No, of course not. I'm sure most of you are great. Being a creator is so much fun. Moving on. This was my first attempt at a leg, and I really like it. It's got all the joints needed with the maximum amount of purple possible. One small mathematical issue. Hold on, carry the 0, and we can't make this. Instead, I took after Cotton and took out the knees, fusing them at an angle. And we're really towing the line, as I've already run out of black action bars because Catnap only runs on rare parts. And since I've only got 2 purple clips, they'll go in the front for now. And yeah, pretty sleek. It still has shoulder and ankle movement, and the whole thing swivels. And it's the right length if Catnap's supposed to be 12 feet tall. I straightened it out for those who needed the visual. Now on to some torso troubles. Imagine a purple balloon cinched in the middle with zip ties.
Nah, that's not right.
Imagine a dumbbell that melted a bit.
Nah, that's not right.
Imagine a skeleton covered in purple cling wrap.
Nah, that's not right.
Well, maybe just start with something we know. And one of the only non-purple parts of Catnap is his moon pendant. And luckily, we've got just the moon aficionado to help us out. Moon Knight. Specifically, his moon knight shaped crescent dart. That was pretty easy. Maybe we stop there and call it a day, and on a high note. No? Fine. I know his legs attach to claws, and those claws will be inserted into a snot brick, so the whole thing will be able to pivot. So just by playing around a little bit, I was able to create this front with the crescent moon attached, then add a ball socket for the neck, some snot bricks for the shoulders, and attach some plates to the back. Once I put the front legs on there, I could tell it looked really nice from the front and terrible from the back. You could always cover it in inverted tiles, but you'll never guess. They don't make inverted tiles in dark purple, because why would they? So I scrapped that torso and built this one, which is now covered on the top, but gives Catnap a humongous barrel chest. Take 3. This one is a decent size, but now has a ton of non-purple parts, right out in the open. Plus, I was still trying to figure out how to attach the rest of it. Maybe with some clips, and then we could use this T-bar and attach a snot brick to it, and I should tile off the sides. Okay, well there is dark purple in there, but not a lot. So I used 2 tiles on the sides and a slope on the bottom. Maybe we have a plate cover the non-purple region and act as a spine? That's okay. Add some snot bricks for the hips.
Nah, that's not right. Nah, that's not right.
2 hours later. Oh, that definitely was a learning experience, but I managed to make a chest that doesn't completely expose the non-purple sections. It's got a bumpy spine, and the hips, a place for the tail, and it's all pretty well covered in purple. It's got a nice bend to it too. I did have to pull the purple clips from the legs and use them here, otherwise it looked like there was a huge hole in his sides. Honestly, I'm impressed with the shape and stability of it, and it looks especially good with the legs attached. I actually think we might be able to pull this off. Now all we need is the tail and the head. I don't really know what to say for this part. I just took the remaining pieces from the legs and put them together. Funnily enough, I was out of black action bar pieces, but I had 2 ultra rare dark blue ones, which are purple adjacent, so I used them here and on the one missing leg. Also, each cylinder has a 2-length bar inside, so when the action bar gets pushed in, not only is it attaching via the stud around the outside, but also via the bar on the inside, which makes the tails and legs really strong. The tail looks excellent attached to the rest of the body. And since I made the head last time, and the body this time, we can call the whole thing done, right guys? Guys? Lies. There's one more thing I need to do. First, I'm gonna start off by rapidly recreating the base of the catnap we just made in the real world. Don't think about the fact that in the end I forgot to add the tail, it doesn't matter. I just need it for Blender. You, be gone, cursed cube. Now I've got my pieces, and since Catnap is already a simple design, and Lego used to make tons of Lego animal molds that are really detailed, we're grabbing Catnap from in the game, scaling up the proportions to match, and then ripping off his head. Oop, gotta pick out that stray fur. And now Catnap has a bit of damage to his ear that Lego probably wouldn't include, so instead I've made the head clean and symmetric. For his eyes, Lego would include little places to put studs, so you could add tile eyes, or orb eyes, or whatever your heart desires. So I'm making his sockets just wide enough to perfectly fit those studs. And then once those are attached, we also want to be able to insert a ball pin so this head can actually attach to the body. So I've deepened the mouth and added a stud to the inside. And, of course, a hole for the pin to fit in. This is the perfect Catnap brick-built head. And this is the perfect custom head. Now we are done. Don't talk about the tail. When I originally made the head, it was way too big, even though it was the smallest design I could think of. By the way, this is a slightly better recreation of last year's head, that's why it's a bit different. Since these regular curves are too big for our final product, we're gonna have to think outside the box. Instead of his mouth being one section of curves, what if it was half of a whole circle? An entire dish. And we have plenty of dishes to use for the large black gaping maw. It's basically the perfect size, and it even has a place to put our ball joint. Now, I'd love to stack another dish on the back in purple, but you know what I'm gonna say. They do have a purple 3x3 dish in one set. Only one of them, for $24, and it's retired. Bummer. That guy's pretty cool though. Now we've got to find a way to cover half of the dish with his face. So we'll take this claw, stud, and one of the only purple snot bricks I have, and we can stick one of these downward purple brackets onto the bottom. Below we'll attach these black brackets with one extra tiny purple bracket to create a 1x3 layer. And look at that. Clipped in, it creates the perfect platform for a face. Thank goodness there are purple brackets, though there's only one upward facing kind. This will let us cover the side of the face, where we'll add an ingot for some light texture, a curved slope for the side of the jaw, and this rounded piece for his little cheek. Copy and paste onto the other side and we're cooking now. I'm stealing the ears off my large catnap head and sticking them on the back. Then we can secure them with 2 more curves. His face gets a 1x3 plate with curved tiles and a stud nose. I'll stick that on there, and then we could part the eyes with a little cheese wedge and add some depth to his sockets with these curves and an ingot on top. Now all that's left are his tiny pupils, where we do one of my favorite things and use a method Lego made legal in a few cases, and therefore is technically correct.
The best kind of correct.
Tubes and strings are designed to be cut. It says so in the sets, and therefore it's perfectly legal to do. And I have this white tube right here. And while they definitely don't expect you to do this, taking 2 tiny slices is perfectly okay. And those are technically Lego pieces, which will make the absolute perfect pupils for the eyes. And finally, after a year of waiting, one complete catnap. I don't want to toot my own horn, but not only is this the best Lego Catnap I've seen, it's also size accurate to minifigures. His head's a bit large though, but we're finally done. Well, you did it. You survived until the end of the video. Congratulations! I barely made it out with my sanity. You know the drill. As always, I've been Andrew. You've been watching the Scrapbox. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. A third of the way to 1 million subscribers. You could be in that number. But make sure to have yourself a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh man, I just got this package in the mail today, and I know exactly what's in it. A bunch of Lego pieces, including these super rare long pink tubes that only ever came out in a single set. Man oh man, what could I possibly use a bunch of those for?